Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Super late model open series time. South Boston Speedway, really small field, just the time of day that I'm running it. Still probably finished basically near the back. Kinda last minute decided to jump in this, so quickly made some tweaks to a setup. Still not 100% comfortable with it, but I don't know if I was ever going to be 100% comfortable. Car number 3, technically we have enough people for the race to count for official stats. I'm just hoping that something happens and we can avoid whatever wreck does happen if it does. Maybe pick up a spot or two, finish a little bit closer to third than sixth where we're starting. Chose not to qualify. I thought with the small field it wouldn't make a difference, and I'm terribly bad anyway, so try to do what we can here. Gonna get ready to go to green. Hopefully with a small field it should be pretty clean and we should be able to get a bunch of green flag laps in, but we'll see.
Let's go.
We know I'm also absolutely terrible at South Boston, so it's going to be interesting.
You got one right side. Clear up high.
Work by the 5. Doesn't mean much, though. I could easily screw up. 6 is going to be the next one on. The radars were just behind him.
Right side.
Kind of pinches us, and we get hooked, so somehow we're the caution. That was really aggressive on my part for going there, but I don't know, I figured he wasn't going to keep turning down when we were already there.
Race car's out. Line up single file behind car 0.
So,
6.
yep, dumb move.
Race car is out.
I keep making dumb moves. Probably had a lot of time to worry about working by him. No big deal, though. It's going to be tough here. We're going to get caught back up to the field and then go into the pits. Actually, we'll go in now. Try to get some damage repaired.
Pit lane speed limit is
Not that it makes much of a difference, but I'm already in the back, so I might as well
box now.
try to grab what I can in terms of optional repairs. Just 10 seconds, not too bad. These cars are pretty durable. They could take quite a bit of a beating before it really affects them. I don't think we're going to have any kind of internal engine damage or anything. Just a little bit of cosmetic, hopefully nothing too bad. Maybe he didn't realize I was as far up. Maybe I wasn't quite as far up as I thought. Not tough to say. So we'll work by him. Looked like we were faster than the 7. We got by the 5 without too much issue. I think we'll likely be able to at least get us back to that spot. Just see what they do. Try to keep it clean. I don't want incident points. I hate having them. I hate doing stupid stuff like that, but I guess the flip side is if I'm going to have an incident point, I'd rather have it very early on in a race like this.
Race car's in this lap.
If you can go clean the rest of the way, you can have enough corners to try to offset it and still gain some safety rating out of it. So, hate that I was the one to bring out the caution with boneheaded move early on. Stupid on my part, but we'll see what we can do. I think the front 3 will likely break out away from the field if we go green long enough. But we'll try to hang with them.
Green, green, green. Let's go.
I don't know, the 6 just stopped there. Like, I don't want to put that one on me. It's working to the inside of the 5 into turn 3, pushes up. Really bad. We're going to be really careful around him.
Right side.
Try to work by the 5.
The leader has just done a 15.04. Good lap. That's your best in the
Got
session.
5 still to the outside as we go down the backstretch into turn 3.
Clear high.
Alright, clear the 5. Now the goal is going to be a 6, but
Coming
the
up
6
on
cleanly.
P5.
Clear up high.
The guy behind has just done a 15.32.
Front 3 are doing exactly what I thought they would. Feel like we are probably a 4th fastest car on the track right now. 6 is kind of all over.
That's the fastest lap of the race. The guy behind
He checks up in the middle of the corner. I'm really trying to be careful around him, so just got on the brakes hard. It's definitely slower out of the corners. Just gonna watch for him to push up and hopefully make a mistake rather than trying to shove it down low. But I want to keep it towards the inside of the track in case he does shove up, then I can try to jump on the throttle and get to the inside. But eventually, to make my move if I think I'm losing too much time.
On your right. Clear.
P5.
Now we're gonna try to take it away.
Coming up on your right side.
Just working the extreme inside.
He's still there. Keep it together. Hold your line.
This will probably take a couple laps.
Still there. They're outside.
Makes contact with us. Somehow
Got a full course caution.
I get a 2x out of that. I was definitely clear, not by much, but was clear, and he just drove into the back of
We're
us.
under caution. Pit's closed.
So, whatever. I guess he wasn't happy with how I passed him or how I raced him there, which,
Full course yellow. Pits are open.
I don't know, I didn't think I did anything wrong. He flips himself, so I think he'll be out for quite a while. If he... Nope, he disconnects, so... I don't know. We'll look back at that one and see. I don't really feel like I did all that much wrong on that pass. Again, was I aggressive jumping to the inside off the corner? Yes, definitely. I don't think it was quite as stupid as the first incident, but I don't know. Just I had to work by him. He was slower, and you gotta take a hole when you get it. So he didn't. I don't know. We'll look at it and see how stupid it was on track if it ended up being that dumb. I can't honestly tell if I could hang with these front three or if they were pulling away because I'm that much slower. I'm guessing I'm probably that much slower, but
We're
I
under
don't
caution.
know.
Pit's
It was
closed.
hard to judge being stuck behind him. He was pretty slow, especially off the corners. And like I said, he ran right into the back of us, so if it's because of me slowing down to get in the corner, then that's just, you know, I don't know, I guess that's the fault with the iRacing safety rating system, and that's, you know, I guess his fault for misjudging that. I don't know, hard to say. It's not like I brake checked him or anything like that either. Get one to go, up to fourth.
Okay, Jake. Get ready.
Spot
Race
away
will
from
resume
where
at
we're
the end of
supposed to
this lap.
finish, but not really thinking about that. Just thinking about now that we don't have the 6 in here, maybe we can just get clean racing. The 5, I don't know, the 5 was kind of racing this hard, but not too bad. The 7's just laying in the back. So we'll see what we are now compared to the front 3.
Green flag.
Could jump on the 5, probably should just check up and ride behind the 2, slide up in front of the 5. Alright. Time to get more comfortable with the car and see if we can even hang with these guys. Get just a little bit of the wall there out of turn 2. Gotta push the car a bit too wide. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like I have anything for him, at least early on. And I doubt I'm going to get any better long run. I'm probably going to be worse on the right front than they will.
P4. That's the fastest lap.
See if we can hang there, though. They all seem to be running pretty clean and respectful with each other, but you never know if any bumps might happen that we can try to take advantage of.
We're currently setting the pace. Our lap was at 40.89.
Or it looked like he was trying to get to the inside of the one, maybe got a little loose there. Still probably turning a bit
That
too
was
early.
at
Pulling away from the 5, no
50.
pressure that way, and the 7's quite a bit back. I think we should start be able to get some clean racing in. He's kind of getting to the back of the 2. Give you guys a chance to see me try to hang with these guys.
Your last lap time was at 15.00.
Trying to be a little bit smoother on the throttle. Roll the center of the corner a little bit better.
That lap time was 15.02.
Or kind of check the 2 up a little bit there in the center of the corner. I pushed him way too wide. Dumb move on my part. Upsets the car. 2x I did not need to get because I'm an idiot there. Let's see if we can battle back. Hopefully it didn't damage the right front at all. Half a second back.
Your lap lap time was at 15.01.
Car definitely feels a bit tighter. We
That
might
lap was
have
at
gotten a little bit of
15.00.
suspension damage. As I continue to take it into the wall, follow the 4 into the wall. Yeah, gotta be a little bit smarter. Just stay a little bit further away from the wall, wait a little longer on the throttle. Kinda overdrove turn 3 there.
Your lap time was 15.01.
I feel like they're starting to separate just a little bit. 2 might be falling off just a hair. I'm definitely getting tighter in the center of the corner now. And I continue to get the wall in the backstretch. This allows the 2 to pull away just a little bit. And start to pull away from the 4. Five's quite a bit back. I don't even see the 7 on the radar. I don't think he dropped out of the race. I feel like if I don't make mistakes, could possibly try to get back to the 2. Although, like I said, I feel like the car is definitely getting tighter and they're going to be
Just done a 15.15.
a little bit more balanced throughout the run. Although when the 2 does something like that, you can definitely get there.
On your right.
I think he just overdrove the corner.
That lap was at 15.43.
Now, shot working cleanly. Alright, so up to 3rd. We'll see if we can actually hold him off. This is going to be a race here for 3rd most likely.
P3.
Can definitely drive it in a lot deeper than I can. Get through the center of the corner a little better. I feel like I'm getting better on exit right now, but
15.11.
it's hard to say. At least we're getting clean racing in now. Green flag laps. Although with 6 cars on the track, I would hope we'd be able to. Not quite yet to the halfway mark. Lap 40 now. Just
P3.
pulling away from the 2 a little bit. 4 kind of overdrives 3 there. Trying to get to the bottom, clear the 7,
Clear up high.
clear up him. 2 hits him at about the
Okay,
worst
Jake,
spot that he
the next
could.
car is Hill.
Allowed us to close up to the 1 and the 4. It's definitely looking like he's kind of overdriving the center a little bit. He was able to get by the 7 with no issue. He's sitting at about 4/10ths back.
You've just done a 15.23.
He's kind of just waiting. I overdrive turn 3 really bad, so that was going to be a mistake the 2 is going to need. 1 starting to pull away from the 4.
15.32.
I don't know if I have anything for the 1, but I think we might actually be able to contend with the 4. Although when I do that, we're not going to be able to. I really got to stop that. That's just absolutely terrible on my part. So forget everything I said about gaining safety rating in this race. It's certainly not going to happen. Now it's just all about showing the resolve to try to recover, drive smarter the rest of the way. I'm still very much a rookie and learning a lot of things here, so gonna make a ton of stupid mistakes trying to correct those and progress. Slow down a little bit more and a little bit sooner based on what the 4 is doing. Into turn 3 at least.
You've just done a 15.122.
We're gonna have a good battle up here for 2nd through 4th because the 2's starting to catch back up. And I feel like we are catching the 2. I don't know if I'm faster than the 2, but I feel like I'm at least even, if not a little bit faster than the 4. 5 will be the next one to go a lap down. Approaching the halfway mark.
That was a 15.126. Alright, Jake. Lap times are pretty consistent.
You got one right side.
4 overdrives the entry there.
Still there. They're outside.
Sorry if I rubbed them. Sorry if I rubbed you at all there, 4.
Me too.
Alright, so we're up to 2nd. Leader's pulled away quite a bit. Let's see if we actually have anything for the leader. 4 just overdrove the entry. Had to chase it up the track. Allowed us the hold.
That was a 15.43.
5 coming up. I get really tight there in the center, 1 and 2.
You got one right
5 goes
side.
high. Thank you to him.
Still there. Clear up high.
Can't tell if the 5 got into the wall or if he just stayed way high on exit. Didn't feel like I was pushing him up the track. Really tight in the center now. 4's starting to catch us. Let's see if we can drive smarter, try to pull away from him. Just a little over a second back of the 1.
Okay, Jake. You're halfway home. Got plenty of fuel.
Car's definitely getting way tighter on exit. I gotta watch that. 2 drove it in a little deep there, trying to get to the inside. Have to try to guard the bottom.
Me too. You've just done a 15.34.
Move the brake bias back a little bit, try to help the entry. See if I can get the car to rotate just a little bit sooner and fight that tight condition a little bit more. No chance at the 1. It's pulling away quite a bit. It's just all about trying to hang on to 2nd right now.
That's good consistency. Keep it up. The gap ahead is now 1.60. You've just done a 15.
Overdrove turn 3 a little bit there.
Your lap time was 15.27.
Way too tight out of 2. At least recognized it enough before I got into the wall. 1's going to be catching the 7. We're going to be hanging on for dear life. Hopefully hit the 7 going into turn 3. Not when I do that, 2 almost, or 4 almost
Right
drilled the
side.
wall. He gets in the back of us and we get a 2x for that. Like, I don't understand how I did that one either.
Out. Line up single file.
I'm
Car number
not understanding the
01.
2x for
I
that
think
one,
that's
personally.
hell.
I
Estate it. We're under caution. It's
I don't know,
closed.
whatever. I don't understand how I got the 2x
It's
out of that
open.
one. Not sure what the 4's upset over because I didn't, I mean, I don't know, maybe he had his nose to the outside of me, but I didn't feel like it was by that much. If he did, he just followed me up the track into the wall where we went high. I was gonna get his lap back. So yeah, don't look at this race from a safety rating standpoint or anything like that, because obviously driving absolutely terribly, especially for a small field. We should have never had any incident points out of this, but 4x of it, you know, comes from me just being an idiot driving into the wall. So at least gives a chance for the tires to kind of cool down a little bit. got a good run. I mean, I don't know. We'll look at everything with the 5, or everything with the 6, and then look at that deal with the 4 and see. 2's going to have the advantage. He's going to be starting behind the leader. There's no way we're going to be able to jump ahead of the 2. Probably going to fall back to 4th and have to battle again with the 2 and the 4. Try to get back to 2nd, but it'll give you guys something good to watch. Just have to try to do it as cleanly as I can.
We're under caution, pits are closed.
7 to the back. One's just so much faster than all of us. I mean, it's hard to say whether or not the 2 and the 4 are actually that much faster than me, given that, you know, my car's kind of tightening up a little bit, especially in the center off, but the one's just the fastest car on the track, without a doubt.
Get ready.
Was feeling like maybe 2nd fastest car on the track. I don't know anymore now with the changes, but try to do the best I can on this restart here. It's going to be pretty tough. Let's see what we can do. Let's try to watch for when the 1's going to go.
Green flag, clear.
Alright, 5 did not get a good start. He got loose on the inside. He's going to go side by side with the 4. Or the 2, that was, sorry. Which just turns down into the 2.
On your right. Outside line's clear.
We're going to go caution. No, 2 saves it. Wow, that was some unhappy driving there. And that allows us to keep 2nd. Five still falling back from the 2, so 2 goes back to 4th. 4 up to 3rd.
That lap time was 15.
Gotta make sure not overdrive the entries of the corner. That's gonna be a big key. Just gotta watch for the 4 to be really aggressive. And he's not looking like he's gonna be afraid of contact either. Make sure when I pick up the throttle too in the center of the corner that I don't pick it up too much, push the car out wide. Need to work that throttle in the center of the corner a little bit better than I did there in 3 and 4.
That was at 15.17.
I think that's going to be the big key to being able to stay in front of the 4. Although, if he drives it in too deep in the bottom, that's going to spell trouble, so might need to take a little bit of a shallower entry just to try to defend against that. Let's just try to outlast him. He's looking really deep into the corners. Hoping maybe it'll hurt his tires eventually and we can start pulling away and not have to continually worry about getting dive bombed. Although I cannot have bad exits like that. Trying to do what I can to stay close to the 1. I don't feel like I have enough for him, but at least try to keep it interesting for you guys as well. Also try to work to stay ahead of the 4. Got a bad exit out of 4, but tried to recover there in the 1. Feel like I'm overdriving the entries just a little bit. Sliding the tires a little bit more than I probably should. Four's doing a good job hanging with us. I'm obviously not driving my best. And the 1's just hoping that the 4 and I can get into some sort of side-by-side battle to continue pulling away, although it may honestly be driving at like 80%. Alright, apron did not do what I wanted it to there. Drove 3 and 4 terribly that time. Get in the wall, have to let the 4 go to the inside.
He's still there. Clear low.
Just a stupid mistake on my part. That's what he was waiting for. 30 to go.
P3, your last lap time was at 15.
Let's see if we can try to battle back cleanly.
That lap was a 50.
Two trying to come back as well. So third's not even guaranteed. Kind of overdrove turn 3 there. We're starting to pull away, so probably a third, maybe fourth fastest car on the track. See if he's going to challenge the one. I got on throttle way too early.
The lap time was at 15.27.
Shallow
P3.
entry there into 3. Two had an issue. He fell way back, so no pressure from behind. Be approaching the 7 here.
That lap was at 15.24.
Try that later apex that these guys
That
are
lap
doing.
time was 15.33.
I've always been terrible at South Boston. Wow, the 7 was
Right side.
way slower off the corner than I expected him to be.
Gap to Hill.
That was close.
Is now 1.0.
Alright, so pretty much no shot now getting back second. Having to check up that hard for the 7, but it's okay. Third's where we're supposed to finish anyways. 1.4, 1.1 ahead. Even if I can't get to him, if I could just stay even the rest of the race, I'll be happy with that. Make me feel like I at least had the pace. And I know these aren't probably the absolute best of the best in terms of super late models, but if I can contend with some people, it makes me feel like I'm at least learning something,
Hill. Ahead is now
despite all the
1.38.
times I've driven into the wall. Let's try to catch the 5 in a better spot than we did the 7.
That was a 15.33.
On your right.
And are really shallow, which kind of pinched us.
Clarify.
So the 1 and the 4 pulled away a bit. Yeah, I think we were probably a third fastest car on the track. 2's actually closing up to us, so maybe even fourth, honestly.
The gap to Hill ahead is now 1.53.
$17 to go this time by.
That was a 15.
Well, if I wouldn't have made that mistake, we would have had a really good battle with the 4 still going on. Would have been really interesting, but rookie mistakes on my part. Rookie mistakes.
The gap to Hill ahead is now 1.72.
Although before too long, with the rate the 2's catching us, we're going to have a battle that way for third. And I feel like the balance is a little tight and somewhat comfortable, but that's probably because I'm not really good at driving this thing on the edge, so like I said, I'm sure everybody else's setups are a lot more balanced and do not tighten up anywhere near as fast as this one. And if I had more time to practice and learn the setup a little bit more, might have been able to come closer to that. It's just trying to get something that felt comfortable, allowed me to work at the car consistently, even if it was going to be slower. Didn't want to feel like I was about to die every lap.
That lap was a 15.40.
I need the laps to be done now because the 2 is catching us. He's in the rearview mirror, and he's coming hard. Wow, way too much throttle off of turn 2. Got it really loose. Thank the Lord the 2's not right behind us, because otherwise we would have been in trouble.
The guy behind's catching. The gap's now 1.15.
So you may get a battle for third before the end of this race. 9 laps to go, it is a very real possibility. Because I think he's catching us by a couple tenths a lap. And I have no right front left.
You've just done a
Catching
15.38.
7. Overdrove 1 and 2. 2's only 6 tenths back. Seven stays high, thank you to him.
That last lap was a 15.
Clear up high.
7 kind of stalls the 2 out. I can't tell if the 2 intentionally pushed him up or if he just made contact as he was trying to take an entry into the corner and the 7 came down. Hard to say. We'll look at that too. Kind of stalled the 2 out just enough that maybe we can hang on to third. 5 to go.
That lap was a 15.33.
Just trying to hang on to this thing. Here we go. 2's going to be looking there. We're going to have to start guarding the inside.
15.37.
See if he uses the bumper, knocks us out of the way, or tries to find another way around. Just gonna have to guard the inside as best as I can into the corners.
Coming up on your clear.
2 to go this time. And you can see how much faster in the center the 2 is than I am. That's that tight right front gone condition I'm fighting. White flag this time. He's a little bit of contact with us since I was so slow off before. I think he was expecting me to be on the throttle a lot earlier.
Keep it together, we'll be on the podium. That lap time was 15.39.
Alright, so we do hang on to third, barely, but
Great drive, that's a podium.
nice drive there too. Thanks for running me clean. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
It ain't over, man. It'll come back to you.
He was not happy with the 4. I'm guessing that was based off of the last restart. Let's take a look at everything. We can also look at how bad I destroyed the right front tire. 7682, not quite as bad as I thought, but definitely not pretty by any means. So, not really great in terms of that, but take it, move on. Let's look at, what happened off the beginning. So we're gonna get to the 5, just did not have a good start. He's running all the way against the bottom. Gonna clear him off at 2 with no problems at all. We're good that way. Catching the 6. This is where I probably got way too aggressive. So, holding the bottom. Yeah, okay, so that looked like I was much more inside of him than I was. So, yeah, completely my fault there. Like, 100%, that did not look at all what I thought I saw inside the cockpit. So you see him, I think he's getting on the throttle a little early, kind of pushed up in the center of the corner, which we saw him do later on. And I just was flat out not clear to go down there. There's just not enough of a gap at all. I misjudged that. Thought I had more room to the right side where he was, and just drove right into his left rear, and then ends up hooking him, and then him coming across the right side is what spun us. So we really didn't get any damage out of it, but yeah, that one's like without a doubt 100% on me. That's just a boneheaded move. I just shoved the nose where I was not clear at all. Completely my fault. I'll have to judge the right sides a little bit better, maybe give a little bit more room than what I expect, to be able to tell that a little bit better. But so we get the restart. 6 is going to be running side by side with the 5. 7 was just way off the pace. He let everybody by. You see the 6 push way up into the 5 there in the center of 3 and 4. So that slowed the 5 down, allowed me to get to the inside here. Just working the bottom as best as I can, trying to stay off of everybody. You know, give people plenty of room. 5 gets into the wall, that slows him down. Going into 3 allows me to get by. That was the point where we started clearing him. So we're going to catch up to the 6. So he overdrives turn 3 there a little bit. You saw him get a little loose on entry. Really overdrove 1 again. Which maybe I'm underdriving the corner, which is a very real possibility as well. Just looked like the 6 kept overdriving the entries. I believe it's going to be the next lap is when he's going to shoot up the track from overdriving it. I mean, part of it's him taking the later apex, so he checked up a little bit coming out of the corner. I had to lay off. Trying to lay off and be as clean as I can. I went way to the inside even though I didn't really need to. He kind of shot up the track here, so I'm on the inside of him, trying to stay off him, doing everything the opposite of what I did the first time. We're working nose or door to door with him. We clear him. Yeah, I don't understand how I get a 2x out of that one. I don't really understand it, because if you watch this, we're nose to tail or door to door. I'm getting on the throttle, but still holding my inside line. Like, I'm not cutting across his nose yet. I'm nowhere near him. Really, like, yeah, he just gets loose coming out of the corner and has to chase it back down the track. And then that's where he gets my right rear with the nose, and it spins him around and flips him. So I did nothing wrong there, in my opinion. I mean, you guys can tell me if I did something wrong there. Maybe I should have held it inside a little bit more before I came up. I thought I was clear to come up. But you guys definitely can take a look at that and tell me if you agree that I didn't do anything wrong, if you would have done the same thing. The 2x, I guess that's just the way the safety rating works. You know, I didn't really feel like I did anything wrong there, but that kind of sucked. So it is what it is. Let's take a look. Once we get going, there's decent battles. Right. So we got the 4 behind us. Yeah, I don't understand how I get a 2x out of this one either. Like, I feel like, let's watch it from the 4's perspective. Maybe they're going to claim that I checked up a little bit more than I needed to going into the corner. Like, he was getting the run off the backstretch, or off a 2 down the backstretch, and then just, I don't know, has to, like, slow down a little bit more than he expected to. I guess maybe I was a little bit slower into the corner than he expected, and it just gets him loose. I think he had to jump on the brakes too hard, and it just sent him around. So, again, it's a 2x that I think that's just how the safety rating system works. I don't think I really did all that much wrong. I mean, you can tell me if you agree with that or if you think it's different, because I don't really feel like I changed my braking point any more than what I had been. I think my braking point was, for my driving skill, was about as consistent as it was going to be. I was moving it back a little bit because of being, you know, tighter, but I really don't feel like I did anything wrong there with the 4. So then let's watch after the restart, because he's going to run the outside of the 2. This was right behind me. This was helping me pull away. Alright, so let's see here. So they're going to come down the backstretch off of 2. 2's kind of coming up. I don't know. It looks like, as much as I want to say it's on the 4 for coming down, if we watch them in relation to the wall and the lane marker, he's actually holding a fairly consistent line, and the 2 ends up getting in, kind of coming up, which the 2's, you know, got to be expecting to come up. I think he was expecting the 4 to head a little more towards the wall than what he did, so he was expecting to have, you know, another 2 feet or so probably on the track to be able to come up, and the 4 was going to be up against the wall, and that's where he made the contact, and it got him loose. So he chases down the track, and then he's going to go side by side with the 2 in. Maybe takes I don't know. I think he kind of took the opportunity to take the line away from the 4, stop the 4, and maybe kind of look for a little payback without it looking intentional. And then he's the one that ends up actually paying for it. So, yeah, I don't know. Tough to say there. Kind of a misjudgment on the 2's part, in my opinion. Not expecting the 4 to go higher, and then kind of took a liberty thinking it was on the 4, and kind of tried to send him up the track or stop him from coming down the track, and ended up hurting himself. But obviously, he recovered well to charge down for 4th. Almost get us for 3rd. If we would have had like 5 more laps, I don't think we would have been able to stay in front of him. So, um, yeah, I mean, I feel like I drove stupid because of obviously the first caution was 100% on me, and then got into the wall one time to give up 2nd place, got in the wall multiple other times to get 4x that I didn't need, and lose time that I didn't need to. But I think 3rd is probably reasonably where I would have been regardless. So it's, I guess we'll kind of take it for what it is. You guys can let me know the deal with both the 4 and the 6. The second incident with the 6 as well as the deal with the 4. If you think that's my fault, if I should have done anything differently, if it's just a tough break that they spun out and that's what gave me the 2x. I mean, it's kind of hard to say that way. If it just, let me know if you think it's just an iRating safety system deal. But let's take a look at the results. Not going to be pretty from the safety rating side. Single split was only 7 people entered. Again, 0.15 loss. Not great. We'll kind of deal with that. Basically break even in the iRating standpoint. Again, when it's a small field and we finished where we're supposed to, you're not going to gain very much anyway. So I guess it's better than losing any iRating though. Obviously, I was by far the worst car on the track in terms of incident points. Yeah, collected 8x with the 6 when realistically probably should have only had, or no, I think it was 6x, excuse me. Yeah, 6x with the 6 and then 3 wall hits that gave me 2x. So realistically probably should have had 10x, maybe 8x. But I guess technically we can say we had the fastest single lap time. Not that it really mattered. It was quick there, but it fell off really bad. So tight up front, I guess, means a little bit faster, but over the course of the long run, not real good. If we had a typical super late model race where you had like 18 cautions, then I guess that setup might not have been that bad. Or have been a decent short run car for me at least. But again, compared to the fastest guys, no, I'm gonna get killed every time. So, but it was a fun race. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We had even with the small field, got to run around people for most of the time and have battles, trying to get by people, trying to stay in front of people. So hopefully you enjoyed that one, and feel free to leave all your feedback. Love to hear from you guys. And until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.